digitalization from Indonesia and also other countries. From Bank BJB, we have Bu Winnie and Pak Revan. Good morning, Bapak Ibu. From YKP BJB and BPH ST Equitas and LL Dikti, Area 4, West Java and Banten. From the group Ikatan Dosen Republik Indonesia from West Java chapter. From Quiz Malaysia, our long-lasting partners from Malaysia, from Quiz Malaysia, UITM, International University Malaysia Wales, and also from Pakuan University, BINUS, Universitas Widyagama Mahakam Samarinda, Unisula, Institut Bisnis and Teknologi Pelita Indonesia in Riau, Universitas Jambi, and Universitas Tanjung Pura Pontianak, and many more friends and partners whom I cannot mention one by one without neglecting my respect to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, we must be grateful by bless of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. This morning's event was registered by nearly 500 people from all over the archipelago, even from abroad, namely Timor-Leste, India, Malaysia, and the United States. Salute to all of us for our enthusiasm to make this event a big success. Operator, can you show the list of origins of the participants, please? All right, okay, thank you. As you can see here, the origins of the participants are from all over Indonesia, from Aceh, North Sumatra, South Sumatra, Jambi, Riau, Lampung, from DKI Jakarta, mostly from West Java, Central Java, East Java, Yogyakarta, Bali, West Nusa Tenggara, Maluku, Banten, South Kalimantan, East Kalimantan, Central Kalimantan, Papua, South Sulawesi, North Sulawesi, Central Sulawesi, South and Southeast Sulawesi. And I think this is one of the lessons we have learned from the COVID-19 pandemic, where we are required to be able to adapt to physical distancing conditions. However, with the ease of technology, obstacles can be overcome and various events, such as this webinar, can continue to be held, even attended by participants from various islands in Indonesia, which under normal conditions are difficult to reconcile. Ladies and gentlemen, ST Equitas dedicates this webinar to you as a means of collaboration between your institution and another institution institutionally, as well as between you and another institution individually. And I have asked the committee to provide a list of participants for you, complete with the area of expertise, so that you can cooperate one with another. As the Equitas is still in the process of developing itself, we still have many burdens, but however, we will provide some examples of cooperation with domestic and foreign partners, which if you wish or if you are interested, you may also do so with our partners. This event is also a form of support from ST Equitas to support the Campus Merdeka program, where higher education institutions must strengthen ties with various parties, with government, associations, communities, and especially with the private sector or industry. And this morning, at this international webinar, ST Equitas will hold an MOU, which we usually do face-to-face in graduation ceremony, but currently in the midst of the pandemic, we are holding it virtually with Yongsan University, with UITM Malaysia, with University National Malaysia Wales, AHS Consultant and Trainings, PT Quadra Luminary, British Institute, Trust Academy Solutions. And by the name of Allah, the most merciful, this morning, Friday, 28th of October, 2020, I officially opened the webinar, Strengthening Collaboration among Higher Education Institutions and Industry through Digitalization. Ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 pandemic is still ongoing. We would like to remind you to remain disciplined with health protocols. Do not be careless. Vaccines are being tested, and hopefully it will be successful soon. And we are all safe and healthy and can carry out normal activities by continuing to maintain discipline and health. Success to all of us. Happy joining this webinar, and may you have a fruitful discussion and nice collaboration. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Fani, for the speech. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we proceed to our next agenda, let's take a picture first. So, you may enable your video on your video so we can take your picture here. Jadi Bapak Ibu boleh dinyalakan videonya. So di sini akan ada Ibu Mutia yang akan membantu. Jadi di sini sudah ada 190 peserta, jadi agak panjang. So we are going to take picture 8 times, 8 kali. Boleh? Zal, boleh backup nggak? Screenshot. Okay. So this is the first one. Please hold on. And this is the second page called Your Smile. The third one. Okay. Next one, the fourth. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh. And last one, 8. Okay. Okay, let's proceed to next agenda. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to enter our first main event, which is MOU signing ceremony. So, we are going to present the MOU document between STI Equitas and several institutions. Okay, the first one is with University Technology Mara, Malaysia. This is already signed. And the next one is with Yongsan University for double degree program agreement. So we have this program for bachelor and master degree. Next one is International University of Malaya, Wales. And the next one is from Indonesia. This is AHS, PT AHS Konsultan dan Pelatihan. The next one is the British Institute. The next one is STI Equitas and PT Quadra Luminary. So this is also a training provider. Next one is Trust Academic Solution. So that was all the MOU that already signed both by all parties, STI Equitas and our partners. So now we will also have a little speech from our new partner from University Technology Mara. So we are going to invite Professor Dr. Faizah Darus from UITM Malaysia. Okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Malaysia.
Good morning. Yeah, we are here. We have a few people here with us. So let me just read my speech to all of you here. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Very good morning. Yang berbahagia Profesor Marta Fani Cayandito, Chairman of State Equitas, Dr. Dani Dagustani, Vice Chairman of Academic Affairs, Dr. Neneng Hayati, Second Vice Chairman of Finance and Administration, Dr. Anton Mulyono Aziz, Vice Chairman of Development, Research and Innovation, Dr. Elnada Kasim, Head of International Cooperation Unit, all eminent speakers. And we have with us here, other than myself, the Dean, we also have Deputy Deans. We have Dr. Izrin, the gentleman, Deputy Dean of Student Affairs, and we have Dr. Noli, Deputy Dean of Academic. We also have Dr. Amriza, Deputy Dean of Research, Industry and Networking, and we also have Head of Programs here, coordinators of the Faculty of Accountancy. So firstly, I would like to thank the opportunity given by the organizer for us, for UITM and the Faculty of Accountancy to introduce ourselves at this event. Okay, so first of all, a little bit about UITM. I'm sure all of you know about UITM, University Technology Mara. We are a very old university, established in 1956 as Institute Technology Mara in 1999. And in 1999, we were granted the university status. So today, UITM, I think with our partners, we have partners, especially in Indonesia as well. It's an established university with a track record of educational and research excellence, coupled with dynamic programs of collaborative arrangements with many international counterparts. Now, a little bit about the faculty. The Faculty of Accountancy, UITM. We are as old as the university. We were established in 1956 as well. And our enrollment, right now, I think we have about 12,000 students all over Malaysia, all over the branch campuses. Our main campus is in Puncak Alam, where we have the undergraduate students, Bachelor of Accountancy. Where we are now today, we are at campus Shah Alam. I don't know whether participants have visited us, but this is our Shah Alam campus. And in Shah Alam, we have the professional program. We have a certificate of accounting technician, the ACCA program, and of course our postgraduate programs. Now, I would like to congratulate State Equitas for organizing this conference. It is a strategic move, I think, by the university to organize this event and to provide a platform for international and national collaborators or partners to meet and share opinion. Now, especially the theme, I think, of this conference is very timely, titled Strengthen International Collaboration Through Digitalization. So I think this is a good platform for us to discuss about the impact of digitalization, especially when we talk about the current scenario where we're having the pandemic. And I think with digital and technology, alhamdulillah, today we're able to communicate and still attend your conference. So I think in the context of our collaboration, I think UITM and STAY, we have signed the MOU, alhamdulillah, and we have agreed to together to embark on activities that will promote international training, research, and cooperation. So I think among the things that we have discussed, one is academic staff and student exchange, organization of symposium, conferences, and seminars, exchange of information pertaining to teaching and learning and best practices, collaboration in research projects and innovation. So hopefully, inshallah, when things are better, we can visit the university, and also members of the academic staff of STAY will also visit us at UITM, either in campus Shah Alam or in campus Puncak Alam. Also, I think we will embark on student mobility, which actually we had planned before COVID. So hopefully, if things are better, then our students will be able to visit Indonesia, and also STAY student can come to the faculty for students mobility, either on a short visit or also on a transfer credit basis. So I think that's all from me. I would like to again congratulate everyone And we are very happy to meet all our partners, especially in this seminar conference. So hopefully we are looking forward to a fruitful collaboration between UITM and State Equitas Indonesia, and hopefully both parties will mutually benefit from this arrangement. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Professor Faiza and the team from UITM for the warm speech. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next agenda before we proceed to our next main agenda, next main event. So we will have a live performance from one of STI Equitas alumni. Let me introduce her a little bit. So she's already graduated from STI Equitas, and she's now actually already works in Bank Danamon. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Agita.
Hello everyone, I hope you enjoy. I will sing Michael Jackson songs. So we gonna in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place could be much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you'll find there's no heart or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make your little space, make it better place, heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if you care enough for the living. Make a better place for you and for me. To know why there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it's only lighting in the soul. In this place we can try to stop existing and lie. In love there's just no every sorrow. Make a live us growing, make you care enough for the living. Make it better place, make it better world, heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying if you care enough for the living. Make a better place for you and for me. And the dream we were conceiving reveal a joyful face, and the world we once believed in real shine again in grace. Then why do we keep shining light when the search is by the soul? What is plain to see is what is heavenly. Because clouds can fly so high, let our spirits never die. In my heart, I feel you are all my brothers. With a war, with no fear, together we'll cry happy tears. See the nation turn this world into flowshares. We could really get there if we better place. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. People dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Make a better place. Make a better place. Make a better place. You and for me. You and for me. For our children. For me. You and for me. For our children. For me. The world we live in. For me. For our children. For me. The world we live in. For me. For our children.
Okay, thank you, Agita, for the great performance and amazing voice. It gave me goosebumps, actually. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to proceed to our next second main agenda, which is presentation from our distinguished speakers for today. But first, let me introduce our moderator for today. Okay. Dr. Elinda Kasim got her bachelor degree in accounting from Economic Faculty, University of Indonesia in 1991 and finished her master degree in accounting in 2008 and her doctoral degree in accounting in 2018, both from Pajajaran University. She has working experience at Salaki and Salaki accounting firm and also as an auditor in PricewaterhouseCoopers in 1991. She also had experience doing several government financial feasibility studies for infrastructure with ITB. She has been a lecturer since 1997 up until now. She teaches financial accounting and recently she specialized in sustainability accounting. Most of her published research is in the topic of financial accounting, management accounting, and recently sustainability accounting. She has been joining STA Equitas since 2011, and she was head of career development of STA Equitas Center in 2013, and since 2014 until now, she is the head of cooperation unit at STA Equitas. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Erlinda Kasim.
Okay, thank you very much, Dwi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Professor Dr. Renat Fani Cahyanto as Chairman of STE Equitas, and the Honorable guest speakers, Professor Dr. Byung Kwon Kim and Professor Dr. Ji-Yoon Park from Yongsan University, Korea, and Professor Dr. Muhammad Rafi Yaakob, University Malaysia, Kelantan, and also all invited guests from our partners, both from Indonesia and also from outside Indonesia. The Vice Chairman of STE Equitas, and all the academic structural officer, pejabat struktural dari STI Equitas, all the lecturers, and of course, to all the participants. Sorry for the vague sound. Okay, good morning and welcome to our events today. Ladies and gentlemen, as already introduced by Dwi, my name is Erlinda Kasim. I'm currently the head of cooperation unit at Equitas, and I will be the moderator for today's seminar. Before we begin, I would like to welcome you all on behalf of STI Equitas as the host of this event. As we already know that during the pandemic, we do most of our activities virtually or online, such as giving lectures, conducting seminar, gathering, etc. We see this as opportunities for us to strengthen our collaboration both among the university as well as with the industries. Not only can we collaborate amongst the local institution, but we also can do it among the international institution. The world now become borderless as we can interact each other without visiting the place physically. Entrepreneurship is also one of the options for our students to choose for their future. We have here also Professor Rafi from UMK will share to us how to encourage students and make collaboration with the industry to support the program. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very honored today that we have 4 distinguished guests, Professor Dr. Renat Fani Cahyandito from Equitas, and Professor Dr. Byung Kwon Kim and Professor Dr. Kyun Park from Yongsan University, and also Professor Dr. Muhammad Rafi Yaakob from University Malaysia Kelantan. Very welcome to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, let me inform you the agenda of today's seminar. We have a presentation session from speakers, and then the question and answer session. During the presentation session, each of the speakers has 15 minutes to share his or her presentation. And after that, we're going to have a question and answer session. So you can write your question in the chat room, or you can also ask the question by raising your hands and ask directly later to the presenter here. So now we come to our first speaker. Let us read his short biography of Professor Dr. Renat Fani Cahyandito. Okay, Professor Fani Cahyandito was appointed as a professor of Pajajaran University since December 2019 in the fields of strategic management, business ethics, and corporate social responsibility. He obtained his doctoral degree in the field of sustainability management and communication from the University of Freiburg, Germany. Hopefully I spelled it right. He also completed a postdoctoral study at the same institution in 2012 with the research in business ethics, corporate social responsibility. In addition to articles in national and international journals related to business ethics, CSR, and sustainability management, he also has written several books: Sustainability Accounting and Reporting, Sustainability Reporting Concept and Experience, and Corporate Sustainability Reporting, a New Approach for Stakeholder Communication, Kassel, Germany. Professor Fani Cahyandito is teaching staff at the Doctor Management Science program, Doctor of Environmental Science, Master of Management, and undergraduate program at the Faculty of Economic and Business Pajajaran University since 2005 until now. After completing his, he has a mandate as a secretary, a master program of economic Pajajaran University in 2009, and director of Center of Management and Business Study Pajajaran University in 2013. And Professor Fani also assigned to be a vice chairman of academic affairs at STI Equitas in 2015, and was later appointed as a chairman of STI Equitas Bandung since 2018 until now. Apart from having several companies such as Pertamina, Migas, Indonesia Power, there are many more, and also developing sustainability roadmap, implementing CSR community as well as company sustainability report since 2010 up until now. Also has been a CSR consultant at BAPENAS or UNDP in 2011, and also as an expert committee in 3DPD Regional Representative Council of the Republic Indonesia in 2016. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Dr. Rernat Fani Cahyanto.
Thank you, Dr. Linda. Thank you, the committee. And also thank you, Agita, for the very nice song, very appropriate at this moment, healing the world together, inshallah. Okay. My presentation title, ladies and gentlemen, is Technology is and challenge for collaboration, and I will use the case of STA Equitas. Next slide, please. Ladies and gentlemen, especially those from Indonesia, Indonesia is currently experiencing a demographic bonus condition. There are so many millennial children born in the year of 2000 and above. The implication is that these children will reach the age of 40, 45 in the year of 2045. Sorry. The age of 40 and 45 until 45 is the golden age. This is the pinnacle of achievement, the pinnacle of creation, of innovation, full of energy. In Indonesian case, for example, our previous president, Sukarno, Muhammad Hatta, they are examples of national leaders who started leading this country in their age of 40s. And that is why the Indonesian government has declared 2045 as the year of takeoff. That is why we as higher education institution must really prepare these children to become superior human beings who will make Indonesia victorious in 2045. Human resources are the key to the progress of the nation. So if there is investment that is most important at this time, of course, is the investment in human resources. In the era of the Minister of Education and Culture at the moment, Mas Menteri, Mr. Nadiem Makarim, we experience a program called Campus Merdeka or Independent Campus. And this program is very good and very have many breakthroughs, very challenging. This program makes students and alumni more mature in character and working ability. But of course, we have to do a lot of things to adjust to this new program. In this program, cooperation between universities and various parties, including government and industry, is very, very, very essential. But unfortunately, before this program can be successfully implemented, we have entered the COVID-19 pandemic. But there is always a good side to every incident. Pandemics present not only challenges, but I believe there are also opportunities. COVID-19 pandemic, which was very devastating, hit all sectors of life, requiring us to work together. We cannot fight each other, I think, and I believe it's. The key to success today is collaborating. And today's challenges will be easier for us to overcome if we work together. Ladies and gentlemen, my presentation is a kind of prologue for our next two presenters. Yeah. Therefore, STA Equitas intends to pave the way, to build the way for cooperation for all of us. And hopefully from this event, there will be real collaborations that we can do, real cooperation that we can do for the sake of mutual progress. Ladies and gentlemen, to facilitate cooperation at this time, we need the use of information technology. And this is not an easy thing. Many requirements must be met. Campus must be ready with infrastructure and the ability of human resources in campus to use the technology. On this occasion, I don't want to teach you, but I can only give an example of what Equitas has done. Of course, what Equitas has done is not the best things. We realize that there are still many shortcomings and challenges, but at least we can deliver or share with you with examples so that if you want to do it too, you can do it with our partners who we invite to join this event too. Like our partners from Yongsan University, from University Malaysia Kelantan, from Quiz Malaysia, from UITF, and also from our domestic partners. Next slide, please. Ladies and gentlemen, we realize that information technology or IT plays a very important role in the present and future. Therefore, we are trying to prepare an IT system that can support this. As they equate us, at the moment, we are working closely with Telkomsel. I believe I can say so without blocking the information to all of you, because the intention of this webinar is to open data information so that we can work together closely. Okay. At the moment, we are working closely with Telkomsel. They are building a tailor-made platform for us with CloudX. As the Equitas provide also internet quota to our students and lecturers, and many more things that we can do to enable the process of Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi in our campus. Okay. Okay, thank you. With the use of technology, we can carry out various activities in this era. It seems that the same is the case with the ladies and gentlemen's organization, with your organizations. Seminars and trainings, for example. We have been conducting many seminars and trainings with the use of technology, although this is not an easy process, but Alhamdulillah, with the help of Allah, with the cooperation internally with and also with external parties, Alhamdulillah, we can do it successfully. Next slide, please. And also webinar, just like this webinar, we have conducted, this is just a brief example, so many examples, so many webinars, be it nationally, domestic, in national level, or also international level, like this program. Next slide, please. This is another example with the use of technology. By working with our partner in Malaysia, I believe Professor Zainun Haji Abdul Aziz is also here with us. Good morning, Professor Zainun. We have been working closely with her. She was working at UITM at that time and currently at the University, International University Malaysia, Malaya, Wales. We are in the process of publishing international book with them, and we'll publish it to the publisher in Germany in the final process. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, you can also use our network at IUWM and EconBiz partner meetings to do the same thing. And all this communication is facilitated by the use of IT. Okay. Next slide, please. Also religious lecturers too, yeah. All can be done with the help of IT. Next slide, please. Today we also know the podcast. in Indonesia, I think Deddy Corbuzier is the Indonesian celebrity who starts it and exposed the use of podcast in Indonesia. And ST Equitas is currently doing it too. The calculation, financial calculation, the investment is not so expensive. And we can even take advantage of the social media platform to do this through Instagram, for example. And we can talk about light and casual things or other serious things as well. For example, here, our previous chairwoman, Ina Bicara Cinta, talking about love. Perempuan jangan takut berkarir. Let's talk about marketing. Let's go being a millennial that is very creative, yang muda, yang produktif. Ini this is all with the use of technology. We can share a lot of things. We can discuss a lot of things, not only serious things, but also daily routine activities can be done, can be discussed with the use of technology. Next slide, please. Even for delivering kind of seminar, we can use also podcast. We have to be proficient in using IT, of course, and social media, according to the interests of the millennial generation. Next slide, please. Next. We did also the book reviews, both domestic and foreign books. For example, ilmu baru, mindset baru, skill baru. Saya kurang, karena it's too small. Okay. Equitas at the moment is doing a lot of things using the advantage of technology. All can be done from anywhere. The books under discussions do not have to be textbooks. Light books to read about everyday life, and even funny things are also interesting to discuss. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, currently Equitas has a double degree program cooperation with Yongsan University in South Korea. Some of our students have graduated in this double degree program for undergraduate and master levels. And you can also do the same thing. South Korea is very popular with Korean drama series and films. We are very familiar with that. Millennials love it so much. South Korea's natural beauty and the friendliness of its people are also a very nice attraction. Our students at Yongsan University can study well while working. Even the money they earn is able to cover tuition fees and daily living expenses or living costs. There is even something that can be saved. And Alhamdulillah, 3 of our students have graduated from this program. They pass the college life, the daily life, and graduate happily. Well, I'm not an agent of Yongsan University, but I want to share the path for you. Success must be mutual success. Going forward must move forward together. Collaboration is the key again and again. And today we present 2 speakers from Yongsan University. At the moment, I heard they provide also online study. And ladies and gentlemen, you can dig up information from them. Equitas also has cooperation with University Malaysia Kelantan. And in accordance with our tagline, which focuses on the financial, banking, and entrepreneurship industries, later we will also listen to the presentation from Professor Rafi, who are very mastering in the world of entrepreneurship. As we know, small medium enterprises are the industry sector that supports the Indonesian economy. SMEs are the first to be affected, but they will also be the first to rise in this pandemic era. We see now that SMEs have started to grow everywhere. It is starting to get crowded and jammed everywhere because they have started selling again, like the disturbance by Dr. Linda previously by selling tahu or what, Dr. Linda, at your house. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, this is about student and lecturer exchange. In addition to student and lecturer exchange, Equitas and Quiz Malaysia, I would like to say hello to our best friends from Quiz Malaysia, Dr. Hairul, Dr. Nuzi, Dr. Nur Hakima. Good morning. We have been collaborating in conducting, besides student and lecturer exchange, also hearings for examination. And this is mainly done in postgraduate programs. And that is why I asked the committee to make a list of today's participants, complete with their expertise. Who knows, you can also do the lecturer exchange program and hearing sessions, be an examiner according to your respective fields of expertise. And we would like to ask for your permission to open this data. Okay. Next slide. Next. Okay. Previous slide. Thank you. Equitas has also held a joint conference since the last 5 years with Quiz Malaysia, Kanazawa University in Japan, City Institute in Australia, Fontys International Business School in Netherlands, and your institution can also be part of this conference. Be a be a co-host together with us. Last year we held it in Penang, Malaysia, and actually this year we will also do it, but there are problems with the readiness with our partners abroad. And by the God willing, inshallah, next year we will do it again, whether online or offline. And I believe there have been many examples of campuses that have done it online. Next. For joint research, we have also been doing it for the last 2 years with Quiz Malaysia, exchange teams, exchange researcher, and Alhamdulillah, this is quite successful, and we will do it regularly in the next year. Next. Well, in the terms of community service, we also hold online seminars and invite participation in the form of call for paper on the results of community service activities. And after we held a coaching clinic with speakers from the Ministry of Law and Human Rights in the form of seminars, these reports can be patented in the form of haki, hak kekayaan intelektual. And in the end, the results of research article and this community service will also be included in journal. Next slide, please. In the form of an open journal system. You can also contribute and cooperate with us for this. So ladies and gentlemen, next slide, please. There are so many things we can do in this pandemic era with the help of technology. The key, again, the key word is cooperation. And today we provide that collaboration opportunity among higher education institution, between higher education institution and the government, between higher education institution and industry, as well as with the certification and training providers, and also between individuals. We can only overcome our limitations by working together. I emphasize that we can only overcome our limitations by working together. Assistance and support from the government and industry to us, to higher education institutions, are urgently needed, essentially needed. But on the other hand, we must also be able to help government programs and industrial goals. This is like what we did with Bank BJB with the talent scouting programs. So we can create mutually beneficial programs for two parties. This is a program Ikatan Dinas Bank BJB between us and Bank BJB. Thank you Bank BJB, YKP BJB, and BPH, SD Equitas, who have been supporting us with various programs. I think Telkomsel is also, well, we thank you very much Telkomsel for supporting us by partnership in IT and internet. And likewise, the government also provides internet quota assistance. That is the information I received from LLDikti, Wilayah 4, Jawa Barat and Banten. So again, working together is the keyword, and it is up to us whether we will take advantage of opportunities for cooperation or ignore it. But I do hope that we take the first option. Thank you very much, Ms. Dwi, Ms. Linda, Dr. Linda. Thank you. Back to you.
For all the presentation, and we know that we have to prepare our students for the futures and support the government program of a Campus Merdeka. So again, we need to collaborate with our partner, both international and national, to implement the program. There are many things that we can do, and we have to optimizing the use of technology to do our activity today, especially during our pandemic era. Professor Fanny also conclude with we can encourage, he encouraged us to collaborate between our institution. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so let's we go to our next presentation. But before I introduce you the presenter, please we can watch the short video of Yongsan University.
Since its establishment in 1973, Zhengxiam School Foundation has been pursuing knowledge and truth to serve society. In the past 30 years, the university has developed into a major institution of higher learning based on its founding tenets of Hongik Ingan and Wanyung Mue. Yongsan University of today is one of the best colleges for nurturing future CEOs of small and medium-sized yet powerful global companies who can solve problems through creative management. It also laid a foundation for fostering future lawyers who possess keen insights with their specialized expertise.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me read the brief biography of Professor Dr. Byon Kwong Kim and Professor Dr. Ji Yoon Park. Professor Dr. Byon Kwong Kim served as a Dean of Academic Affairs at Yongsan University in Busan, Korea. He's now serving as a Dean of Global Affairs at Yongsan University. He earned a PhD in linguistics at the University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. Currently, he also interested in how to build up the global compatibility of higher education in the era of the fourth industrial revolution. And then next, Professor Dr. Jun Park, double LD. Professor Jun Park graduated from Law Faculty of Yonsei University in 2005, University of Pennsylvania Law School for double LM 1998, George Washington University Law Institute for Pre-Law 1994, in Yonsei University for Bachelor of Law in 1994, Professor Jun Park worked as a legal consultant at Chungjo Custom Office in Busan, Korea, and attorney at Moon and Shim Law Offices in LA, California, USA. She works as a professor in the Department of Law at Yongsan University from 2007 to the present day. Her current position as a director of Global Center, director of Korean Language Center, director of King Sejong Institute in Bandung, Indonesia, head of postgraduate study of law, member of public officer examiner, member of diplomat officer examiner, committee member of Busan Metropolitan City, and committee member of Yongsan City. She has Yangsan City, sorry. She has licenses from New York State Attorney and holds 2 patents. Professor Jun Park has done many types of research in the field of law. Okay, so besides research articles, she also published several books, especially in law topics. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Dr. Byon Kwon Kim and Professor Jiun Park.
Thank you for a nice introduction of us. Can you hear me? It's okay?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I am Byon Kwon Kim, and I have a co-presenter, Ji-hyun Park. And we are very pleased to join this international conference. Thank you, Chair Fanny, and organizing committee members and colleagues, participants, for giving us a chance to share some ideas that we have been pursuing so far. The theme of the conference, this conference, is the international collaboration through digitalization. Some keywords. Do you see the hand up?
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yeah, now.
No. Okay.
Sharing.
Okay, next screen, please. Okay, that's it. All right, we are here. All right. The theme of the conference is the international collaboration through digitalization. Some keywords embedded in this theme regarding academic mobility include the fourth industrial revolution, global collaboration, students, faculty mobility, and at this moment, the pandemic, COVID-19, etc. The issue is how to enhance international collaboration in the digitalized society effectively. We are trying to setting up a new normal. The universities across the world are in the same situation. We are experiencing new situation due to the fourth industrial revolution and the COVID-19 pandemic. We are equipping with the technology, and we are challenging the fourth industrial revolution. And also we are struggling to get over COVID-19 altogether, all over the world. And also, I guess we have similar goals to tackle down this difficult situation. And so The goal of this presentation is to share ideas that we have been pursuing by introducing some cases where international collaboration is enhanced, technology-based. The chair of FANI introduced the educational efforts in SD Equitas. We will introduce some cases that we conducted at our campus. Next slide, please. Okay, let me quickly talk about the situation at YCU. YCU, Yongsan University, has approximately 8,000 students, and 600 foreign students studying at our campus, and part of them are from partner universities. The situation we are facing is that we have very restricted global mobility due to the COVID-19. We have a lot of the students staying in other countries due to the pandemic. They have no flight, and they should respect the quarantine if in case they move across the board. And also we have several exchange students, and we have to do something to provide the education for those exchange students. And regularly, we have been hosting variety of joint conferences. Until last year, we hosted offline, on-site joint conference. But this year, we changed our joint conference to online. And well, actually, participants could save money and time by using the technology. In this situation, what is the solution? Okay, this one of the solutions we are pursuing at this moment is to design technology-based academic sharing to consistently enhance both partnerships and global mobility. For the technology part, YSU, Yongsan University, provides the classes for the basic technology like AI, VR, virtual reality, and big data, etc. in the regular courses. And we have been undergoing the educational innovation quite radically. So in this paper, we are going to present some cases that we have been pursuing in terms of technology. Okay, I will hand over the mic to Dr. Park.
Hello, Chair Pami. Good to see you back again. Always pleasure to see you.
Thank you.
And Linda, Professor, we all have seen you guys last year here during the summer, hot summer. But this year we are meeting here online.
Right. Yes,
Right.
that's right, Professor.
Yeah. Continuing from the Professor Kim Byung-won's presentation, I will explain in detail about how we have done the collaboration work so far here in YSU. Last year, actually, the chair, Fanny, attended our the summer program and gave a special lecture to the students. There was a very interesting part of our program, and that is enhanced the interest of our student too. Was a very pleasure to have his lecture here at the moment. But now we couldn't do that, so uh, so far we had five joint international conferences, seminars, at the same at during summertime. But this year we changed it to the webinar. Uh, this was for the research collaboration, but first part is for the faculty collaboration, and second part is for the student collaboration. The presentation has been done by the four uh, next slide, please, for the detail. Yeah, the goal was the research collaboration, and we have hosted since fifth time, sixth time we decide to have it online. It happened. It's every year we host the international conference at the end of the June. It was the same time of the year. Theme at the time was freedom and responsibility in 2020. Though we enjoyed the freedom so far, but nowadays we had grown up responsibilities in 2020. We talked about that theme. So the three nationalities from Korea, Indonesia, Pakistan have joined the webinar, and also the full partner universities at that time, YSU, UEE, Pancasila University, UNTAC has joined it. Since I didn't know that Equitas was hosting so many conferences, that I should have invited professors from Equitas to join us. Yeah, next time you should join Chairman Fanny
Sure,
and
sure.
Linda. Yeah. So the presenter at that time was seven faculty members from our partner universities, and four graduate students who are about to graduate at Yongsan, and they wrote a thesis. So they presented their thesis to the world. And participant at that time was 112, and since that was the in 2019, when we hosted the fifth international conference, due to the location, and they have to visit the campus on site, the number of the participants were lower than this number. Since we had opened the webinar online, the participant was much larger than the actual participant at the previous year. So the digitalization actually helped us to the work and the collaboration. We are doing it together much better way. Next slide, please. Okay, second part of our collaboration work through the digitalization is collaboration for student mobility. Actually, discussion is ongoing. It's about the class sharing. Typically, the exchange student went to the partner university campus by plane and arriving there, and they're enjoying the environment of that campus. But due to the COVID-19, exchange students had a limitation in moving across the border. They couldn't buy the ticket, or their university does not allow to students to go, since the pandemic is a serious matter. So the discussion is now a new step, taking a new step, that Indonesian the government dictate has allowed to students to take the online courses and enjoy the position of exchange student. So what we are discussing is exchange student to take online classes in their own country, but the class is actually happening in YCU campus. So they are joining with the Korean student, taking the classes together. This is a case of class sharing for student exchange, and this can be the new type of exchange student with the partner universities. They don't have to come to the campus. Later, they can enjoy the environment at any time after this pandemic. So this is also the new type of exchange for the partner university. This will enhance global student mobility in terms of technology and digitalization. So next slide, please. Third one is that this one is actually helped the students already registered to study in YSU. Third one is providing online and mobile classes to foreign students, who already registered here, staying in foreign countries. Due to the winter break, many students went back to their country, but since the pandemic had broken out, outbreak, this made they couldn't buy the ticket, so they couldn't come. So this situation, limited mobility due to the pandemic, made us to giving the classes online. The methodology we have used was computer online class as well as the mobile application class. This system, our digitalized system, gave a chance to take classes to those following students. Actually, 44 students who stayed outside of the country could take the class. Without the digitalization, they should have take a break for a semester and couldn't enjoy the class. But since the online class was provided, they could take the class online. Also, if they don't have a computer or they are outside, they can also take the class in a mobile application form. So three groups of students who got the beneficial position of this was first, student who could not come back due to the close the border. The second group of the student was who want to choose a leave of absence due to the COVID-19. They end up not choosing the leave of absence because they could take the class online anyways. The third group of students was who are in self-quarantine because the Korean government requires 14 days of self-quarantine once they arrive in Korea. And they could still access to the online class with their mobile since we provided the platform. Next slide, please. So this is our Yongsan YCU LMS system. It's a learning management system. It applies to all faculties. We are using the same faculty, the LMS system, and students can take the classes, checking the progress of the classes like this them, and they know the progress of their class. Also they can have a quiz. They can also have the team discussion. Also they have uh, the not only the quiz, but also they can have the discussion session and others. And next slide, please. So the taking the classes, also the exam was managed by the LMS system. But not only this, they like the Indonesia has taken the Zoom class a lot, as I know. So the Zoom was addition to this LMS system. Plus, we use the Kahoot or the classroom or those international application. It was possible to connect the students discussion together. So we use the LS first one as the LMS system, second Zoom, Kahoot, and group talk for the all the discussions and talks together. So at the end of the semester, students could enjoy the developed knowledge and also uh, their their classmates. They like if you enjoy the online class, the you can miss the meeting the students together, but since we had the group talk, they could see each other, and we had activities in LMS format that they also use this platform to meet each other and discuss and develop their skills. Next slide, please. So implication is the international collaboration can be expanded in terms of technology and digitalization. Although the COVID-19 has strengthened the global mobility, to deal with this problem, we can utilize technology in education in many ways. So technology helps us to enhance global collaboration so far. So the next slide, please. A typical way of mobility networking was that the A university at the center, we meet first partner university and second partner university and third partner university and fourth partner university at one time. So it's a one-to-one relation. That was the typical mobility networking. Next slide, please. And now the multilateral paradigm, grouping the partner in terms of collaboration type. Like Equitas is very advanced in the accounting. So we group the partners with the partners with advanced knowledge in accounting and management. We can do the courses together with that advanced the knowledge part. And this can divide into subtypes. First, we can have a research collaboration as we have shown the international webinars together as grouping the collaboration partners together. A second part is student exchange too. We can group the partners to have the multilateral paradigm methods. Okay, so next slide, please. As a multilateral paradigm, class sharing among partners are the suggestion. It is the idea by the Byung-Gong Kim, Dean Byung-Gong Kim. He suggested uh, the hosting university like a 1, 2, 3, 4 university can have a class sharing in a certain subject, certain open the each of the university can open certain classes to the partner universities. So we can burden down to open all the classes to the partners. If they have a certain period of interest, we can share those classes together with the partners. We can advance it in that way. So each university offers a certain number of the collaboration classes, and students of overseas partner university can choose from those shared collaboration classes. So we can have many multilateral nationality students studying together in one class. The next slide, please. So this will make the global mobility and collaboration expand, and intercultural competency will also grow, and education diversity will be achieved, and this will utilize digitalization technology for education in the era of the fourth industrial revolution. So this is our YCU way of suggestion. So far we have done this, and we will pursue more of the class sharing with the partner university, including our best friend, one of the best friend, Equitas. Okay, next slide, please. So this is our idea of a global maximum connection. We can connect the world together, each other. Like Chair Pani has a education from Germany, and Professor Byung-Kyung Kim also took the education in US, and we can connect many of the world education together, giving students global experience. Next slide, please. So that will be our presentation. Thank you very much. And maybe our dean has last word to the audiences.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Bjorn Kwon Kim and Professor Jim Park
지금 하세요.
for the very interesting presentation. So I may conclude a little bit. So facing our fourth industrial revolution, we have to enhance collaboration internationally and both national and internationally. But we face the pandemic COVID-19. So we have to come to the solutions. So we have to design technology-based academic sharing, consistent, enhanced both partnership and global mobility. So that's what have been done. I think most of the university, and especially in Yongsan University. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the conclusion. So we go now to the next speaker. Before I read the biography of Professor Rafi, let us watch the short video of University Malaysia Kelantan.
Pendidikan, asas utama pembentukan arus pemodenan mapan berimpak tinggi untuk pembangunan global abad ke-21. Aspirasi kemajuan negara memerlukan modal insan yang seimbang dan memenuhi keperluan semasa. Dalam konteks ini, pendidikan yang termaju adalah perlu demi memastikan Malaysia terus kukuh di atas landasan ekonomi global. Menyedari hakikat tersebut, Kerajaan Malaysia telah pun mewujudkan 20 institusi pengajian tinggi awam atau IPTA serta diiringi oleh hampir 500 institusi pengajian tinggi swasta atau IPTS. UMK merupakan salah satu IPTA yang dipertanggungjawabkan untuk menghasilkan modal insan keperluan negara bertaraf dunia. Dengan mandat sebagai peneraju bidang pendidikan berteraskan keusahawanan, UMK sedia menyahut cabaran tersebut. Status universiti berfokus dan berteraskan keusahawanan, meletakkan UMK di arena yang unik berbanding IP, prasarana lengkap yang menyokong keperluan akademik terkini dan interaktif. Pembangunan fizikal seimbang yang memastikan pengajaran pembangunan modal insan arus perdana yang diperkasakan dengan penguasaan bahasa ketiga. Karakter insan sasaran yang berkebolehan memimpin serta mencari. UMK sentiasa berusaha untuk memastikan status sebagai sebuah IPTA yang memenuhi standard antarabangsa seperti Babson College Amerika Syarikat, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Business University of Lausanne, Switzerland, Coventry University, United Kingdom, dan beberapa universiti lain di serata dunia.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me read a brief biography of Professor Dr. Muhammad Rafi bin Yaakob. He's got his BSc on Geography in Malaya, 1991, and he had his MBA from Middlesex University Business School, UK, in 1997, and his PhD from University of Newcastle, Australia in 2007. And in 2012, he had PGDE from University of Cambridge, United Kingdom. Now he's a lecturer and Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic and International University, Malaysia, Kelantan. Is acting as a Deputy Dean in 2012 and acting Deputy Dean, Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business University, Malaysia, and acting head a program of banking and business faculty and of entrepreneurship and business. And also is been he acting as a coordinating of diploma business study at UITM Terengganu in 2003. And ladies and gentlemen, he also been doing research in environmental management, but since 2009 until now, most of his research has specialties in entrepreneurs. Some of his research such as entrepreneur perception and environmental management practices of small firms in Terengganu, green entrepreneurs in Kelantan, entrepreneurial behavior amongst cooperatives in Malaysia, and there are many more. And he also supervises many magister and PhD students. And he's a member of some professional bodies such as Associate Fellow of Academic Malaysia, SMAs2, member of Qualitative Research of Malaysia, member of Emirate Literati, member of Malaysia Consumer and Family Economic Association. And actually there are still many, many more biography of Professor Muhammad Rafi, but I just can read a brief. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Dr. Muhammad Rafi bin Yaakob.
Thank you very much, Dr. Alinda Kasim, our today's moderator, my good friends, Honorable Prof. Dr. Fani Cahyarinto, Chairman, ST Equitas Indonesia, Professor Dr. Yong Kwan Kim, and his colleague, Professor Dr. Hyun Pat from Yongsan University, South Korea, all the vice chairmen of ST Equitas, lecturers, participants from Malaysia, especially from Faculty of Accountancy, UITM, quiz, all audiences throughout Malaysia, Indonesia, and in other places. Assalamualaikum and good morning. Alhamdulillah, praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is a great pleasure and honor for me to be together with you here this morning in a virtual MOU signing and webinar with the themes strengthening international collaboration among university industry through digitalizations organized by ST Equitas. So the title of my talk today is Designing an Innovative Entrepreneurship Program UK Experience. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, for the today's menu, next slide. Okay, we have introductions, UNK as entrepreneur university, followed by work-based learning, where we can call as entrepreneurship-based learning, 2U to I, a Bachelor of Entrepreneurship that we introduce to our student. And after that, I conclude my discussion. Okay, UMK in entrepreneurship education. Unlike other university, when the government first introduced our university, our birth certificates mention about entrepreneurship education. I mean, there is university in Kelantan, Malaysia, and we cater for entrepreneurship education. I mean, at our university, entrepreneurship is taught across all faculties, all disciplines, and all programs. I mean, the objective is to produce as many as possible youth entrepreneur. Okay, next slide, please. If you look at our current scenario in Malaysia, in Indonesia, in Korea, in South Korea, and other countries, many youth are looking for a job actually. Upon their study, they need to search for available job. But because of digitalization, because of automation, because of usage of technology, the current job that we have now under threat. So students need to equip themselves with other capabilities, or at least try to be entrepreneur themselves. Okay, next slide. If you look at the employment among the youth, this figure was in 2018. Malaysia, we have, for example, significant number of youth underemployed. The same with Indonesia and also South Korea. I mean, youth fail to get job suitable with their qualification, and some youth end up looking for job for many years. Okay, next slide, please. Next slide, please. Okay, this is University Malaysia Kelantan. Overview about University Malaysia Kelantan. University Malaysia Kelantan is a young university. Our age, more or less 14 years old. We have 1,217 staff, where more than 400 we got academic staff, but currently only 300 plus of our staff active in the campus, while the rest pursuing their study in Malaysia and in foreign countries. We have 45 undergraduate programs and we have 16 postgraduate programs. We have 3 campuses in Bachok by the South China Sea. We also have a city campus, and we also have Jeli campus. Jeli campus is science-based campus. Faculty of Entrepreneurship and Business in City Campus. This is the faculty that I belong actually. Okay, next slide. So in terms of student, more or less, we have 9,000 students. Overwhelmingly, a majority of our student is undergraduate student, and we have also a number of foreign lecturers, and we also have a score of foreign students. Okay, next slide. Okay, now we talk about work-based learning. Work-based learning means we design our curriculum or our program to make sure that our students not only or not limited the study on the 4 walls of classroom. I mean, they need to be there. They need to be in the industry as soon as possible of the study. By doing so, we hope that students can gain early maturity. It means they learn to be, for example, engineer. They learn to be entrepreneur during their study, with the hope that when they go out from university upon graduation, they are ready to serve to the market. So they have confidence to work and to be competitive with the rest of the students who study, for example, who spend 4 years of the study at university. Okay, next slide, please. So at UMK, we introduced the program that we call 2U to I, of Bachelor of Entrepreneurship. 2U to I mean students spend 2 years at university and another 2 years in the industry. In our case, because this program of entrepreneurship, it means students will spend 2 years at university and they will spend 2 years with the enterprise. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is our aim and our aspirations, we hope that we're going to produce graduate entrepreneurs who will be job creator rather than job seeker, where in turn to increase our GDP by applying creativity and innovation in production of product and delivering services. And we're going to produce graduate with equip themselves with theory and practice in entrepreneurship. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is our PEO. Students have knowledge in entrepreneurship and business, not enough knowledge, but they also have business skill, and they also have entrepreneurship values, social responsibility, communication skills, leadership, critical thinking, problem solving, analytics, and lifelong learning. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, for this program, we especially arrange main 2 years at universities, where the first year they study about basic of entrepreneurship, for example, introduction of entrepreneurship. They study about entrepreneur behavior. They study basic of accounting, basics of marketing. And for the second years, they no longer in the campus. They spend 1 year with the entrepreneur of their choice, in their related field. For example, they spend, if they like in F&B business, they can spend 1 year time with the entrepreneur who run restaurant. By doing so, they get first-hand information from that entrepreneur. And the third year, they go back to the campus and they study, for example, business startup. They study about strategic management. They study about, for example, negotiation skill. They can use their experience in the field and also the experience from this year of the study in the third year of the study. And on the fourth year of the study, they no longer in the campus, they go out, and this time different with the previous years. They started their own businesses. They run their own businesses in their own. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, next slide. To ensure that we get the right student for this program, because for our intake, we only take 60 students. But intake, we must ensure that student who enter the program is considered capable enough. For example, interest in articulation, and they need to go this selection process. So first, they will go for psychometric test and essay writing about entrepreneurship, about themselves, what they like to be entrepreneur, and then they go for the okay, next slide, please. This is what I discussed before. 2 years at university, go through lectures, tutorial. We also provide successful entrepreneur, business advisor to our students. Okay.
Sorry, Prof. Raffi, we couldn't hear your voice clearly actually.
Yes,
Next slide, please.
Yes.
something wrong with the
With your speaker or something.
Next slide, please. Can you hear my voice now?
Yeah, but still unclear. It's like
Yeah. Okay, this is our industry partners. Okay, move to the new slide. Okay, this is how we assess our student. Okay, next slide. This is our intake. Total, we got 228 students altogether from year 1 to year 4.
Baca orang mana? Dia ada mic baru kan? Lain nggak?
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, we are sorry, Professor. This sound, I think something wrong with the microphone. We are sorry, Professor, so we couldn't finish the presentation. It's really interesting presentation actually, because most of the students now they have any other option to be an entrepreneur, and the UMK has facilitated the student who's going to be an entrepreneur. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have any special questions, because this is Friday, so we don't have much time to have a question and answer, but we would like to ask with one question. There is a question. Okay, the committee sent me the questions from Hana Nurfaiza. She's from University of Cendrawasih Jayapura. Yang saya tanyakan, apakah mahasiswa internasional bisa mendapat kerja paruh waktu di dalam atau di luar kampus, dan bagaimana cara untuk bisa kuliah di Yongsam. So this questions goes to Professor Kim. Hana is a student from Cendrawasih University, far from here in Papua, Jayapura. She's asking, as an international student in Korea, can she work as a part-time off campus? Is there any opportunity for her to studying at Yongsan? And also, is there any scholarship from Yongsan University? So I give the question to Professor Kim and Park from Yongsan University.
Okay. Yes, we offer part-time work on campus, and outside the campus, students individually can search for the part-time work. But in campus, we provide part-time work in the office. And for international students from partner universities, we offer basically about 30% off, 30% of the tuition is scholarship. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Professor. So for Hannah, so you have opportunity still, yeah, to go to Korea, and you can also work there while you study in university. But again, ladies and gentlemen, we open for any questions. We give you the contact of our presenter, 4 of them. So if you have any further questions that you cannot ask here because we are running out of time, we are shortly coming to Friday pray. So we can continue the questions and ask to the presenter. But one more question, perhaps committee, do we still have time? Because there is one more question. Do we still have time? One more question for Professor Rafi?
Okay. For one question only.
Okay, this is Professor Rafi. This is from Ibu Naomi, University of Palangkaraya, Kalimantan, Prof. Yeah.
You hear me now?
Yeah, see, that's a little bit long question, so I will just summarize the question. Because he lives in Kalimantan and far from...
Ini dari mana pertanyaan?
Okay. What strategies can be applied to encourage entrepreneur spirit for local youth in rural areas, especially in Kalimantan, because it's far and no much, facilities, infrastructures, in electricity, low level of education, probably. So is there any thing that, yeah, and probably what we can do to encourage them to have a entrepreneurs, what is it, spirit, Professor? Thank you, Professor Rafi.
Thank you. Very good questions. Thank you. Very good questions. Actually, in Kelantan is considered as the poorest state in Malaysia, and a good thing about Kelantan because we have many female entrepreneurs. Because in Kelantan, a female dominate the business because they involved in, for example, women things of business, and they also engage in business with usually monopolized by men in Kelantan. Because in business, you need to look the opportunities available in the place actually. Not need for you to involve high sophisticated business. You can begin with business which like, for example, in the market, in the food business, and I believe better to start small actually. You start small, you know how to run the business, and after some time, gradually you will improve. That's why in Kelantan is considered as very special place in Malaysia because many Malay business they started business in Kelantan, and after some time they move to city, they move to Kuala Lumpur, and they expand their business. That's why in whatever situation you have business opportunity. So we encourage our friends from Kalimantan, if you can study here in Kelantan, you can learn from Kelantanese people how to run business, especially women. Because in Kelantan, business is dominated by women because women in Kelantan, they are business-oriented people. They, for example, help with one another, and they use different what we call for the capital, they use their jewelries. They can, if they do not have money, they can farm their jewelry, and then they can pay back. I mean, women are very creative and innovative actually. That we can learn a lot from women and students. And the same with a student. When our student, for example, study to I program, they started with small business only. With less capital, because the important thing about for example business is your process of business. That very important. You just need to start somewhere. The sooner you start, the better. This is my answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Professor. Yes, I agree with you. So if you the participant here, if you cannot hear clearly, so Professor explained that we better have to start from the small business. And for example, in Kelantan, there are many women business. I don't know why. So there must be a history why women are more likely to be a businesswoman rather than a man. So it's quite interesting. So we can do research for that, Professor. Well, okay then, ladies and gentlemen, we are very sorry because we are really running out of time. It's Friday, so all men are preparing the Friday prayer, so we cannot answer all the questions from all of you. So, but we still give you opportunity to ask the questions to the presenter. So you can ask the committee the contact of the presenter, Professor Kim, Professor Park from Korea, Professor Muhammad Yaakob from University Malaysia Kelantan, and of course Professor Dr. Fani Cahyanlito from Equitas. And again, this meeting, this event actually open the links each other to cooperate. So we give you all the list of the participant, and so you can contact each other and you can do collaboration between institution and between university and also both national and international. So again, thank you very much for the amazing 4 speakers here. Hopefully we can have such a event in the future, and we can meet physically after the pandemic, so you can visit Professor Park, Professor Kim can visit Bandung, also Professor Rafi. I miss you all to visit Bandung. And thank you also Professor Fani Cahyandito. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I finished this session by saying Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I give the time to Dwi, master ceremony. Thank you, Dwi.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Alina, for leading this seminar session. And all of the speakers so gave informative and excellent presentations. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to have a pop quiz that I mentioned earlier. But since we changed the plan a little bit, so there will be 3 winners for this pop quiz. So I'm going to launch this polls, the polling feature, and you have around 30 seconds to answer 2 questions. Jadi nanti akan saya launch pollingnya. Bapak Ibu sekalian tinggal jawab, ada waktunya selama 30 detik saja untuk menjawabnya. Ada 2 pertanyaan, jadi saya launch sekarang. Silakan. Jadi ada 2 pertanyaan, tinggal diklik saja jawabannya yang tepat yang mana, menurut Bapak atau Ibu. So, nanti akan ada 3 pemenang untuk sesi ini. Masih ada beberapa detik lagi, kita hanya singkat saja ya. Ada beberapa detik lagi. Oke, sudah 30 detik, pollingnya saya tutup. Akan saya share dulu jawabannya. Jadi Yongsan University berada di kota apa? Jawaban yang betul adalah di Busan. Untuk yang kedua, berada di negara bagian mana atau negeri manakah? University Malaysia Kelantan, jelas ada di Kelantan. Nanti akan kami umumkan pemenangnya siapa-siapa saja. Baik, and now let's take a break and chill out for a second before we proceed to the next agenda. We will have Agita with her live performance. So we invite Agita here. Agita, okay, hello.
Okay. Now I will sing the song from South Korea because I love Korean movies, which are very incredible. So I will perform song by Bio. I think I love you. 그럴 일 없다고 아는 거라고 믿어줘. 내가 그래 사랑하 musuh belite Tuayo We malah tu kure go We mau batu baru up in there yeah Kedongiro pago Ningyo to 내리순한데 왜 이제서야 사랑이 보이는 건지 I think of you 기록해봐요 cause I miss you 그대만 없으면 너도 못하니 그 생각나고 이런 거 보면 I'm ready I'm falling for you 난 몰랐지만 I need you 그 생각에 남긴 본새 아직게 예자리 잡은 그대의 모습을 이제 보아요 감사합니다.
Thank you, Agita. Wow, lagu original soundtrack dari Full House. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are so near now to the end of our events. So now, STI Equitas will give a virtual certificate or e-certificate for our speakers. So we'll present the certificate. So this is the first one for our first speaker, Professor Dr. Renat Pani Cahyandito. The next one is for Professor Dr. Byung Kwon Kim from Yongsan University, South Korea. The next one is for Professor Dr. Ji-hyun Park, the same university with Professor Kim. And the last but not least for Professor Dr. Muhammad Rafi bin Yaakob from University of Malaysia, Kelantan. So that was it. And now I will announce who won the giveaway. The first one for the Instagram story content category. The first winner is from account Aswin Rahadi. Congratulations to Bapak Aswin. And the second winner is akselerasi_desa. Okay, so congratulations again. And the third one is at Rosmayanti. Okay, that is for the Instagram category. So congratulations for all of the 3 winners. And for the questions, since we only have 2 questioners today, the first one is from Hana from Universitas Cendrawasih, and the second one is for the second winner is for Naomi from Kalimantan. So congratulations for the 2 winners. And the last from the pop quiz. For the pop quiz, siapa yang paling cepat dan tepat menjawabnya? The first one is Agustinus Kismet. And the second winner is Hari Widi Utomo. And the third one is Nurul Wajhi Ahmad. So congratulations for all of the 7 winners for today's giveaway. So just wait, our committee will contact you soon to give the giveaway. So perhaps we will have a short footage from our co-host for today. So we're going to present it. Okay, so that was the video from our co-host for today. So we achieved so much in time. We've been here and gained a lot for ourselves too in this event, especially. So this event is already finished, of course, but it doesn't really stop here. And it'll soon be time to be thinking about organizing the next one, since some of you already agreed to exchange our contact person number for each institutions or from different institutions. So I know I've enjoyed today enormously, and I hope you all have too. So so that was all for today's event. I hope there will be so many things that we can do in the future. And ladies and gentlemen, before we end this event, let's enjoy our the last performance from Agita. So from me, that was all. See you in the next event. So we are from committee also. We want to apologize if there's any mistakes or anything inconvenience. So good afternoon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And this is the last performance from Agita.
Thank you, Dwi. Thank you, Prof. Kim, Prof. Park, Prof. Raffi. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Chairman Fanny and Arinda and all the colleagues.
National anthem.
Thank you.
Hopefully, with this
Thank you,
song,
Professor.
I was
Everyone,
optimistic.
let's enjoy one more song
Next
from
year.
Agita.
Indonesia tanah air beta pusaka abadi nan jaya. Indonesia sejak dulu kala tetap dipuja-puja bangsa. Di sana tempat lahir beta, dibuai dibesarkan bunda, tempat berlindung di hari tua, sampai akhir menutup mata. pusaka abadi nan jaya Indonesia sejak dulu kala, tetapi puja-puja bangsa di sana tempat lahir beta dibuat
mengunjungi program Studpreneur. Studpreneur adalah program yang diberikan untuk mahasiswa kami yang memiliki minat terhadap wirausaha. Beberapa kegiatan atau beberapa program yang sudah kami lakukan untuk kegiatan internasionalisasi antara lain adalah kerjasama dengan perguruan tinggi di luar negeri, dengan Belanda, Malaysia, Thailand, Korea Selatan, dan juga dengan Jepang.